Nowadays, you can't hear the name Deadpool and not think Wolverine. Over the years, they've been enemies and they've been teammates. And recently they became co-stars in the best MCU movie for a long time. And Marvel wanted to capitalize on that. So they gave us Weapon Extraction, an 8-part story that sees Canada's favourite sons figure out a way to save the multiverse. So join me, Rambling Rob, as I take a look at what happened in Weapon Extraction. Our story opens with Deadpool and Wolverine locked in brutal combat without any explanation as to why. We then flash back to Wolverine entering a bar, only to find Wade waiting for him. Logan is not impressed, and Wade likens his welcome to that of Jerry Seinfeld greeting Newman. Logan leaves, but Wade follows him. Wolverine just wanted to drink alone, not with the most annoying man in the world. Deadpool protests, and Logan corrects himself. Deadpool is the most annoying man in the universe, not just the world. Wolverine walks away, but Deadpool follows him, rambling on about another universe where he isn't annoying when a portal opens up and sucks them both into it. After Logan and Wade have disappeared, the world around the portal begins to fracture. Our heroes are floating through the space within the multiverse, and all Wolverine wants is to go home. He still thinks it's Wade's fault, but Deadpool insists he had nothing to do with it. Wade starts fantasizing about where they could end up, a cyberpunk future like 2099? Or a universe where everyone is an anthropomorphized fox, which he seems to be turned on by, much to his surprise. As Logan is telling Wade how much he doesn't like him, they get sucked into an alternate universe. A universe lost to a zombie apocalypse. Deadpool is rambling on about how overdone this trope is when he gets bitten. Deadpool makes very short work of the zombie chomping on his shoulder. Wolverine is tearing through a zombie horde and demanding Deadpool wills another portal into existence. Wade gives it a shot, trying to create a portal to a world of gorgeous babes and hunks, open to a polycule relationship, and much to his disappointment, no portal appears. Logan has taken care of all the zombies and is shocked that Wade could think about sex while a horde of zombies was trying to eat them. Deadpool explains that he was thinking about love, not sex, until his rant is interrupted by Wolverine trying to get him to notice that reality is collapsing. Logan once again tells Deadpool to create another portal, and just as Wade begins saying he can't, the two are sucked into a portal. The two are free falling into what Logan hopes is their New York City. Wolverine uses Wade as a landing cushion. He doesn't believe in using his healing factor if he doesn't have to. Logan happily walks off, warning Wade about never contacting him again, as Wade pushes his intestines back into his stomach. When Deadpool looks around, he realizes they're not home, but in a universe where everyone has a mustache. Wolverine flips and attacks Wade. This is the fight from the opening of our story. The two tear into each other, with Deadpool proclaiming how pointless this is as they both have insane healing factors. This universe begins to crumble as well, and just before they're sucked into another portal, Deadpool claims to have figured out that they'll only be able to save the multiverse if they team up to do it. The next universe our heroes arrive in doesn't seem much different from their home universe. Logan and Wade bump into two pedestrians while trying to figure out why they were brought here. As Deadpool and Wolverine help the two up, they find out that the man is a simple small-town farmer, all alone in the big city, while the woman was using a super tight ponytail and unflattering glasses to hide her conventional attractiveness. Logan and Wade have been the victims of a meet-cute. Wade is ecstatic to be in a rom-com universe, but his bubble is quickly burst by Wolverine, who reminds him that they don't have time to meet anyone, they have to figure out how to save the multiverse. Wade thinks the local library will have the answers they seek, and the two head there. Along the way to their destination, they bump into more of this New York City's residents, each one revealing a different rom-com trope. They arrive at the library, but this is where the rom-com cliches end, as they're greeted by a heavily armed group of librarians. A brutal battle takes place between the librarians and our dynamic duo, complete with cat guns and flamethrowers. It turns out the library did not hold the answers they were looking for, and the universe begins to decay. As it's breaking down, Deadpool gets an epiphany. He and Logan are killers, one-man whirlwinds of death. Maybe the reason they're being sucked across the universe is to kill someone. Logan seems to agree, and with that, a portal opens, they jump through, and their journey continues. Wolverine and Deadpool didn't waste any time implementing their new plan. the two cut a bloody path across the multiverse. The Marvel apes were cut down like animals. The Spider-Verse goes splat. No one was safe since they had no clue who they actually had to kill to stop the multiversal decay. After cutting the arms off of Thanos, the second in 178 universes, Wolverine feels that this plan may not be working. Wade is desperate for Logan to keep his faith and suggests they assemble armies of themselves to help them on their quest. This of course turns out to be a waste of time. As they sit in the void of a decayed universe waiting for the next portal to open, Wade suggests they fight. Wolverine starts to lose his temper and Deadpool is starting to reach his boiling point too. They get sucked into the next portal but find they've run out of universes. Seemingly at the end of all there is, floating in the void, Wade and Logan try to attack each other once more. Before they can reach each other, a little girl appears and says she never would have given them this assignment if she had known they'd screw it up so much. Deadpool thinks this pint-sized being is the one they have to kill to save the multiverse. Wolverine refuses. He doesn't fight kids. Wade tries to convince Logan that she isn't really a child, she's probably some sort of space god. The girl poses a question to Wade. He assumes that she is a space god, and his first instinct is to kill her? She is not a space god. She is Atleza Langun, a guardian of the Infinity Abyss. Langun watches over a subset of the multiverse, and recently she noticed that it began to decay. She also noticed that all across her universes, Wolverine and Deadpool are best buds and accomplish great things together across millennia. It's a no-brainer to her. They're both immortal, owe their powers to the Canadian government, and blades are their weapons of choice. But in Universe 616, they are not friends. They squabble and argue like children. She thought by setting them on this journey together, forcing them to work together, that they would save the multiverse and realize they're destined to be best friends. But no, they thought they could save the multiverse by killing everyone, and in doing so, failed to save the multiverse. All is not lost, however. Langun reveals that there is still a way to save the multiverse. It's a long shot, but there's still hope. She introduces 616 Deadpool and Wolverine to superior variants of themselves, who are 25% more handsome and are best friends, who will save the multiverse. And save the multiverse they do. Wade doesn't really explain how, nor do we see it, but the 25% more handsome, best of bud variants of Deadpool and Wolverine restore all the decayed universes. And with their quest complete, Wade and Logan finally return home. Wade is giddy with excitement that he and Logan will finally become friends. Wolverine reminds Deadpool that Atleza said they are friends across the multiverse. She didn't say they should be friends. He tells Wade if other versions of them want to do each other's hair all night and go on adventures together, that's their choice. And he's made his, which is to walk away. Deadpool heads to a bar to drown his sorrows, but much to his delight, Wolverine walks through the door and greets him like Jerry Seinfeld greets Newman. He joins Wade for a drink and asks the bartender for quadruple whatever Wade is having. Deadpool gets all excited about what this means, but Logan is quick to tell him exactly what it is. Two dudes having a beer and watching a game together. Plus, he didn't want Wade drinking alone. Deadpool is visibly struggling with how to handle this. So Logan gives his glass a clink, and the two happily watch the game. And that was Weapon Extraction. When I first read this story, I hadn't seen Deadpool and Wolverine. I was very dismissive of it, but then I actually watched the movie, which I loved, and I decided to give this story another go. It very much works as a companion to the movie. Now, not in terms of the story being told, but in regards to the humor and relationship between Wade and Logan. Full disclosure, I'm not a big fan of Wolverine hating Deadpool just because he annoys him, comics-wise anyway. The movie did a fine job of justifying Logan's attitude toward Wade. Now in the comics, with them having served on X-Force, Wolverine and Cap helping Wade confront his past with the Weapon Plus program, and Logan's death, they have developed a respect for each other. But that respect doesn't seem to exist here. That's just a small nitpick based on my preferences for their character dynamic. For this story, Marvel took a route they've gone down a few times before, such as with Endangered Species and Absolute Carnage, and set the story across different titles at the end of each issue. They also made sure this didn't add to the price of said titles, and I felt like that was a good move. It was a great strategy to get readers to pick up titles that they might not otherwise. I myself added 3 issues to my regular pulls to get the whole story. Marvel are releasing it in a one-shot format, which kind of takes away from the whole exercise in the first place. But hey, now have you read Weapon Extraction? If so, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been Rambling Rob, you've been fantastic, and I'll see you soon.